Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your November 2021 astrological forecast. And happy birthday to those of you born at the end of this month. So you know, planets are in Scorpio, the sign before yours, right before everything moves into your sign, into your first house. Where you have Scorpio in your chart is your 12th house. So right now, the sun's there up until the 20th. On the 21st, it moves into Sagittarius. And Mars is in Scorpio all month, okay? In your 12th house, Mercury moves into Scorpio on the 5th, and just like for the very first, 4 days of this month, it's still in Libra in your 11th house, but it's been there for such a long time already. I doubt if you're going to notice too much for those 4 days. Just more contact than usual with your friends or on social media, something like that. Anyways, there's also a new moon in Scorpio on the 4th. Okay, so all this is happening behind the scenes, more or less. That's what the 12th house is. Okay, usually it's a time when you energize yourself or re-energize yourself. Okay, recharge your batteries. It's your downtime. It's usually because you just came off a period of socializing, going out a lot, or being in contact with a lot of people, a lot of conversations, a lot of mingling, whatever, networking even. So you need a little bit of a breather before planets move into your first house and you're out there again on the scene and more or less the center of attention because the sun is in your first house. So that's pretty much what's going on here. This is, like I said, this time every year is when you just do things on your own, things that you don't need other people to do, things you do in solitude. I always say read a book or write something, even if it's just kick back and watching movies or something or other. But it's time that you spend alone. However, this is a pretty busy time, though, because you have Mars here right now, and along with Mercury. Okay, Mercury, for me, in this house is the big investigator, okay? This is when you really start to maybe think about something that you were curious about and decide to actually check it out. You could be investigating a person or a situation or anything that you were trying to find out. And I guess you're trying to do it in a roundabout way. Around that new moon, I would have to say on the 4th is when you could have an aha moment where you do finally learn something that you've just been dying to know, or something that you just couldn't find out for one reason or another. Mercury was just retrograde in Libra in your 11th house of friends and associates. So maybe there was something going on there that you just couldn't get, down to the bottom of whatever the hell was going on, even if it's something that was going on between your group of friends. Okay. But this is when maybe you find out. Somebody could actually pull you aside and tell you a secret or two, or let you in on something that a lot of other people don't know about. You may even decide to do this with someone, share a confidence with someone. I do have to say, though, having Mars here, this is for everyone. I always say this, okay? It doesn't matter what sign it's in. The fact that Mars is in your 12th house is usually, Mars is a physical, active planet. So it means it's a time when you would take steps or actions taken by you or someone else in secret, okay? So you may be doing something behind the scenes that you're not letting anybody in on just yet. It could be a pretty big deal, so you don't really want anyone to know about it. Or it's not such a big deal, it's just that you don't feel anyone needs to know about it until you're ready to release it on the world or whatever. Okay, so you could be doing something like that behind the scenes. A lot of times when this planet's here, it's necessary, or you feel it's necessary to protect your own best interests, okay? that you are doing something to secure yourself so you don't have any problems in the future, or if you can foresee something that may be a problem, you know, this is when you're kind of like taking care of it before it even has the chance to become a problem, okay? Now, this is also someone else could be acting behind the scenes, behind your back. A lot of times, especially because you've just come off a period where planets were in your 11th house of friends, okay? There could be someone there that is acting behind your back, talking behind your back. This person is secretly envious and jealous of you. That's what the placement of Mars in the 12th house is, especially natal. If anyone has this in their chart natally, all their life, they're always going to have someone, they will encounter someone. It doesn't mean that they're always going to be in their life, but you will probably more than once encounter someone who is secretly envious of you. Okay, you know, everybody thinks like Sagittarians are the luckiest sign in the zodiac, and traditionally we are, okay? But it is kind of annoying that people think that like you know, you don't deserve the luck or the good things that happen to you, and why isn't it happening to them, and blah, 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 you know. They don't take into consideration all the crap you've been through, right? So that's easy to say. That's like people who are a so-called overnight sensation that only took 20 years to do, right? So anyways, I have to warn you about possibly someone acting against you, or even it could be a so-called friend, you know, somebody that's a friend to your face. Actually, you're extremely intuitive, so I'm pretty sure you already know if there is someone like this in your life. That they're trying to maybe even just turn your friends against you. Okay, so I do have to mention that, but there's an awful lot of activity going on here in secret, behind the scenes, and a lot of it is by you. It's your doing. Okay, so that isn't too bad, you know. I do have to mention, though, that there is a full moon partial eclipse, okay, on, let me see here, the 19th. Okay, it's in Taurus. It's in your 6th house. That's where you have the sign of Taurus. So it's directly across from your 12th house. Okay, now your 6th house is the house of work, the kind of work that you do. It's the workplace, your co-workers, your work schedule, the very building or place where you work. You know, it's also the house of health and the house of service. But to me, it looks like work right now. Okay, the planet Uranus is here. Okay, it's been here for a while. If you've listened to some of my videos, you know that I've mentioned many times that the kind of work that you're doing has changed, or is changing, or is ever changing than what you used to do. You know, it's a lot more well, it's something really different. Let's put it that way, okay? But it's something that you've always wanted to do, okay? Something different, unusual, it could be very high-tech, esoteric even, whatever. But I just have to say that all this stuff that I was talking about going on behind your back could actually be occurring in the workplace, or someone you work with, okay? Could be undermining you, even taking credit for your work. It could even be a boss doing something like that. So there could actually be something going on at work around that full moon, I believe, is when it's really going to come out. You know, you could even get wind of it, let's say, around the new moon of the 4th. The new moon does bring new beginnings, and this is occurring in your 12th house of Scorpio, okay? Something, you could even have like a new arrangement with someone, possibly even someone that you work with or you're in collaboration with on something or other, okay? So when this full moon comes around on the 19th, it's kind of like it's exposed, okay? It's out in the open, and people could take it or leave it. You know, it doesn't really matter all that much to you, you know, because what's done is done. It's more or less what you wanted. You know, it might not come about in a way that you would like, you know, or doesn't go as smoothly as you would like it to go. But who cares? You know, as long as it's out there. That's what full moons are for. You know, if you have to ruffle a few feathers along the way, that's what happens. Oh, wow. Big deal, right? So, anyways, the sun moves into Sagittarius on the 21st. Mercury moves into Sagittarius on the 24th. And I do have to mention that Venus is still in Sagittarius, just like the first 4 days of November. So you still have those 4 days to milk it. Okay, if you have listened to my videos before, you know that I always tell people when Venus is in your sign, milk it for all you can, because people really find you extremely appealing at this time. They're more willing to help you or agree with you or do anything that you might ask, like some kind of favor or something or other. This whole time, though, you could have been on the receiving end of a pre-birthday gift. It's a just a because gift, but I think that they try to include also your birthday in there somewhere along the way. So Venus is in your sign, okay, up until the 4th, but it moves into Capricorn, your second house, on the 5th, and it's there like all month. Okay, let's see here. Wait. Yeah. All month, you have Venus in your second house of money. Money. How you earn your money. Things that you own. It's your possessions, okay? But it's also your valuables and even your personal values, okay? Having Venus here, Venus attracts things to you, things that you need, things that are helpful, even people. But it attracts, at this time, money, okay? And this is the kicker, okay? I can hardly wait to tell Capricorns this. Okay, Venus is in Capricorn up until March 6th, okay? So that's how long this planet is going to be here. One of the best places for Venus to be in your chart, okay? The house of money, right? So, you know, I'm not saying it, you know, it's just going to happen overnight, but you should have a steady flow of some kind of, like, income, okay? Especially because this Venus will be trining the planet Uranus in Taurus. These are both Earth signs, okay? So they create a trine to one another. It's a 120-degree angle, and it's one of the nicest aspects you could ever have. So there's a association between your second house of how you earn your money, and your sixth house of the workplace and the kind of work that you do. So I'm going to have to say that there's something very creative, or the arts, or something, music, art, you know, some form of art even, that it is how you are now earning your money, even though you previously didn't. This could be a side thing that you do, that you would like to have your main source of income, which it is fast becoming that. That's what's going on here. Okay, so you're moving, you know, as long as you have Pluto also in your second house of Capricorn, that's where all the big changes are. How you earn your money has evolved over the years. Okay, so you're expanding just even more. But it's a wonderful, wonderful time to have Venus in your second house while you have all these other planets, the Sun and Mercury, in your first house. Okay, so when the Sun moves into your first house on the 21st, followed by Mercury on the 24th, you're like really out there. Okay, having Mercury in your sign in your first house makes you extremely talkative. Okay, you're doing all kinds of communication. You're calling people, you're writing people, anything that you have to do, especially if you do something that's media related. It's like got a big, you know, it's energized more or less with these two planets being here. You know, you're just like very out there, very visible even. It's almost like having planets in your 10th house of your, like, most public house, but they're not. They're in your first house. So all the attention is going towards you right now. You know, let me see what else here. If I have anything else going on. Nothing really, you know, just outer planets are still where they always were. We still have Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius in your 3rd house, Neptune in your 4th house of Pisces, and the planet Uranus in Taurus in your 6th house. So, and Pluto again in your 2nd house. So all of these things are just being ticked off, you know, going around conjuncting your planets in Sagittarius, or even you more than likely have planets in Scorpio and also Capricorn. Usually in someone's natal chart, they have the sign before and the sign after their own sun sign, usually at least one planet in that sign. So anyways, okay, the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Sagittarius on the 6th and 7th. Best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Gemini, and those dates are the 19th, 20th, and 21st. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of gambling or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 14th, 15th, 16th, 29th, and 30th. The best time for money is the 8th, 9th, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The best time for your career is the 27th and 28th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 10th, 11th, 24th, 25th, and 26th. So I hope you enjoyed your astrological forecast for this month. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I would like to thank all my subscribers who keep coming back. And if you're new to my channel, if you like this video, hit the like button and share it with people. That way more people get to see it also. Also check out my Ask Me a Question. It's in the description box below. It's for people who really only are curious, want to know about one specific thing in their chart and not like have their whole chart done. So, you know, whatever it is that you're curious about, okay? But if you did want your whole chart done, there's a link to my website also in the description box, and you can check everything out there. So also check out my weekly forecast. I will see you next week. Goodbye.